The Best 96.3, I'm Ana Alicia Anguiano with your news for today, November 17th, 2011. It's always a battle for the top spot when it comes to determining a graduating class's valedictorian and salutatorian. And sometimes the battle can get ugly. But now Jorge Garza, principal at Del Rio High School, is looking to change the GPA policy. A change that will affect everyone, including those in the fight to be number one of their graduating class. The problem Garza and others are trying to avoid is the fact that when it comes down to crunch time for seniors, they often drop one of their harder classes in exchange for a class that is less complex. And what happens when students do this? A better grade. A better grade that may very well knock a student to number 2 or even juggle top 20 around.
We want to make sure that we implement barriers before we actually have a problem where we go from a salutatorian to a valedictorian just because they dropped a course. So we want to stop that.
Garza says that in the 6 years he has been principal at Del Rio High School, the top spots have never been tampered with because of dropping classes for easier ones. But he says the competitiveness of the top students would definitely drive them to do so, especially because of Texas's top 10% rule, which gives automatic acceptance to any Texas college for those in the top 10%. The new policy, Garza says, would read like this.
The first sentence, we want to change that to read, the district shall include the calculation of class rank grades earned in all courses, period.
Garza says this would allow them to factor in everything and would not give a student the opportunity to go from, let's say, an AP class to a regular class.
This year, per se, for our senior class that we have right now, in order for them to avoid that, we are going to go to every class, every AP course, to make sure that they understand that they will have this AP course till the end of the year. They cannot get out.
Garza says the only opportunity for students to get out of an undesired class will be at the drop deadline at the end of the fourth 6 weeks. Mexico is jumping on the bandwagon with the United States and using unmanned planes to guard our international borders. Mexico's Navy announced plans to deploy unmanned aircraft systems, or UAS, in support of government operations against drug cartels, starting in March of next year. The drones will transmit real-time video and images, which Mexico's security forces will use to identify locations being used by cartels to stash weapons and drugs, hold kidnapping victims, or carry out other criminal activities. Unmanned aircrafts, also called Predators, are playing a larger role in the U.S.'s border security too, and U.S. Customs and Border Protection is upping the numbers of Predators along the Texas-Mexico border. The agency received its second Predator in Corpus Christi just last month and will add its 6th overall on the southwest border by the end of the year. The aircrafts are credited with apprehending more than 7,500 people and aided in intercepting over 46,000 pounds of illegal drugs. Drones in the U.S. can remain airborne for up to 30 hours, but the Mexican Navy's drones will only be able to last up to 2 hours. Mexican Navy drones were designed by scientists working for Mexico's armed forces and are currently in a test phase. You can catch us every weekday with your up-to-date, up-to-the-minute news. Follow us on Twitter, KTDR-FM, or on our webpage, thebestktdr.com. With your radio news, I'm Ana Alicia Anguiano.
This segment brought to you by Buffalo Wings and Rings of Del Rio. Great food, no bull.